We're all just out here LIVIN.
Hell yeah.
Living, man.
Evan.
So I got to tell you guys a story.
All right, tell us.
Story time with Daniel Zerfus. Danny?
I was leaving the house tonight, coming over here, and Lillian had a bunch of friends over. She got 5 or 6 friends over.
Yeah.
And they're all upstairs. They got this big Valentine's thing, which my wife put together, decorations, and so did my mother-in-law, and they did it together, and it was amazing, right?
Well done. Well done, ladies.
It was
Good job.
amazing. Originally, I was like, what are we doing? Like, why are you
Yeah.
putting all these decorations up for Valentine's Day?
Right.
But they had like a pre-party at some other girl's house, and then they ended up, they're staying the night at our house.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got all her girls up there. I waited on them,
Yeah.
Everybody get there just to say, hey,
Yeah.
I wanted to coordinate and make sure they all knew where to go, if they need to go to the bathroom, or if if you guys are thirsty.
I love it.
I bought them cups
Make
that
it feel
light
special,
up, like
man.
Valentine's
Yeah.
cups,
Listen to this guy.
and said, hey, these are your cups. If you get thirsty, this is where you go. I walked them down the stairs, and I was, hey, here's the ice machine. You get your ice, go over to the faucet. get
Girl
your water.
dad and the shit out of this.
Yeah. Boom, nailed it.
Yeah.
Got all my stuff out of the way, my little stuff, and I'm leaving, right, to come over here, and I yelled upstairs, like, Lillian, and she was like, yeah, Dad, and she came right over, just stiff as a board,
Right.
like, yes, sir, and I was like, hey, I'm getting ready to leave, and she goes, where are you going? And I was like, we're going to the studio,
Yeah.
and she was like, oh, you're going to the podcast, and all of her
Yeah.
friends are like, chiming. All of a sudden they come out of nowhere. What do you mean podcast? She's like, my dad's famous. He's on a podcast.
Yeah, he is. Daniel
And,
Zerfus.
and the other girls are like, oh, what? You're on a podcast? And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm going to the studio right now. to
Hell
record.
yeah.
What's your podcast name? And I was like, First and 10.
Yeah.
And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah, going to record right now. Going to the studio. And Lillian was just like,
So proud.
dude,
Oh, yeah.
like,
I love that.
I walked over here going, we're going to make it
Oh, we are.
because of that moment.
100%.
100%.
100%.
We're going to make it. We're going to keep gaining followers.
Yeah, we are. We're
gonna
gonna
work
make
our
it.
butts off. We're
Yeah.
still going to show up every day.
Every day.
Okay.
You guys have seen, I don't know if you've seen, Owen comments on our stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Little
Owen,
Mr. Owen
loves
something, whatever his little
us.
thing is. Yeah.
But I was texting you guys this last week just to piggyback on your story. It's so wild as we kind of grow. Like I walked into a convention of like carpenters, like from
Of course you did.
Gay carpenters.
Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio, and the gayest of gay. No, no, but like Steph's working it, because she works there, and like, and somebody to go. I've never met these people. Like some of these people, some of them I have, some I haven't, but a lot of these people I haven't met, and they're like, I think I saw your husband on a podcast. Is your husband on a podcast?
Yeah, of course he is.
And she's like, yeah, he's on it's getting pretty big. And then one of the guys I kind of knew that I've had a beer with before in the past, I passed him in a walkway and he came up to me, and it was right after your video, I would say went, I don't know if we want to call it viral, but mini viral, your IU video. And he came up to me and he goes, are you on an IU podcast?
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take it.
And I was like, nah, I'm not an IU podcast, but I'm on a podcast. And I was like, I know what video you're talking about because it was going nuts, right, last week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just to have people come up to you and go, hey, you're that guy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, you're that guy. I saw your face.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's wild.
We're growing.
Yeah.
Did you see the message we got yesterday on TikTok?
Mm-mm.
So when I first moved down to Tennessee,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't know what I was doing. My regional was like, oh, I got this guy. I know he's going to be your assistant manager, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
His name is Nathan McDavid.
Yeah.
Okay.
What a name.
He's
That
baller.
that is a baller name.
Nate
Matter of fact,
McDavid?
I have, over the years, because he kind of drifted off social media,
Sure.
over the years, I've always tried to search for him because
Yeah.
he was a good dude, good friend of mine, took
Yeah,
care of me.
for sure.
Okay. and he popped up
Yeah.
on TikTok yesterday. So one of our clips was on his feed, okay? And he was like, he sent us a message. He was like, oh, Danny Z, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we were just on his feed down in Tennessee.
Yeah. It's wild.
And he had sent us a message. Thank you for sending the message, brother. Been looking for you for years.
I love that shit.
Good man. Just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't have found me
Right.
if he didn't see one of our clips.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that wasn't something that he was already following us.
Yeah.
I just had been disconnected from this guy
Yeah.
for years. And
Yeah.
we just popped up on his feed one day
Yeah.
on TikTok.
I love it.
It's awesome.
There's another guy here locally. His name's Charles. Shout out Charles if you see this clip.
Chucky.
Well, I went to high school with him, but like I wasn't like extreme. We weren't extremely close. We'd know each other. But I see him in Kroger every now and again. He'll come up and be like, "Bro,
Yeah.
love the podcast."
All the time.
You know what I mean? Like it's
awesome.
It's wild, and it is awesome.
We are sublime to what we deal with inside of here. 'Cause we don't really see
Yeah.
what's happening outside. So it is cool to
Mm-hmm.
when people come up to us, hey man, how's the podcast going? Like
Yeah.
I seen your clips the other day. Because we don't see that. We
No.
just look at it as like, man, we're still a small fish in a big pond.
Yeah, this didn't do as good as we wanted it to do.
Yeah.
We're not quite where we want to be. Mike's not turned on the on-air sign. But yeah, no, we critique ourselves and we say, hey, we want to go from here to there, right? We want to go from A to B and B to C, right? We want to go there, and when we're not going there, we're not going there as quickly. We critique ourselves, and we don't take time to sit in it and go. It is very wild when your daughter says these things,
Yeah,
and,
it's cool,
and
man.
your son saying these things, and then you walk into an Ohio convention, and people are like, "I've never met your husband,
Hey, man.
but I know him." You know what I mean? Or it's very wild when somebody
Yeah.
you lost contact with finds you
Man, that
because
was
of what you're
sick,
doing.
dude.
You walk into a gay
That was
bar,
it.
random gay
Yeah.
bar in Cincinnati, right, Dustin? And just all of a sudden,
I'm not saying it didn't happen.
listen, it's so cool to think about how much fun we've had. I mean, that's the thing I always look at, and we do as well. You know, people. How many comments have we seen over the years? Where people are like, "Oh, they give anybody a podcast these days." Well, listen, they don't give anybody a podcast. You have to make a podcast.
Yes.
And we all have invested a lot. We've invested a lot of time more than anything else. Our families have invested the time that they allow us to do this.
Yeah.
Our wives and our kids, and they understand and our own efforts and how much time we put into it. And money is certainly something we've invested in as well. But it's fun. Like, this is fun. It's just objectively fun. I get to hang out with my boys.
Yeah.
We get to do something. We get to put it out there. People get to comment on it. Tell us we're idiots. Like,
Right,
we know.
tell me
we're
I'm an
well
idiot,
aware
yeah.
we're idiots.
I know
Like,
I'm an
that's
idiot.
not new information. It's great.
It's clear that like we don't take that personally.
No, not at all.
You know, like I feel like a lot of people wanted to start a podcast. Like, I would start a podcast. They get a couple haters and they're like,
That's it.
we
Yeah.
suck.
Done.
Gang.
Done.
We are consistent.
We're here every
We are
Hey,
consistent.
yeah.
Talk trash as much as you want. In fact, we encourage you. Please
like
do it.
talk trash about us because
Yeah.
like we don't care.
Well, and I don't know about you boys, but like I have had this before we did this, I have had this underlying feeling in my life like I'm not doing what I should be doing. Right? Like, yeah, I'm good at my job. Yeah, I'm this and whatever. But like there was always this inkling like you should be doing something else. And when I do this, that feeling goes away. Does that make sense?
Every time.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, again, we get to do something that's totally different than our day-to-days. You know, we have to pay the bills just like everybody else.
Yep.
We're not making any money doing this, y'all. We do this for the fun of it.
Yep.
You know?
$0.
Yeah. But we celebrate the fact that we get to do it and we get to hang out and it's like a productive use of our time. You know, we could be drinking. Listen,
Yeah.
we would be doing that. If we weren't doing a podcast right now, if it was warm enough, we'd be in Danny's driveway
Oh.
having some driveway brews,
100%.
having a great time, and we'd be it'd be great, and that's fine. But we do this because we want everyone else to get to enjoy a little slice of what we get to.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
we
Yeah,
I-
gotta relate to what we do.
I want to bring it.
Yeah.
I want to bring it back a little bit though, and say we don't get paid yet because I was
No, it's coming. I'm just
look,
saying.
and I'm not going to call out people, but I was watching a local Pacers podcast.
Calling you out, Arn Anderson.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the podcast name. It's whatever. It's about the Pacers. It's local. And I'm going to toot Zerfus's horn for a minute because I don't think he gets enough credit on how knowledgeable he is on the NBA as a whole and the Pacers, and just specifically.
Second guessing at your peril.
Just the knowledge that you will get if you tune in and watch Zerfus and listen to Zerfus talk about the Pacers is ridiculous. And this local podcast can't sniff his jockstrap. Like, I watched it and it's just like bad. Like, really? That's what you're.
Do you ever wonder, like, do they watch the games?
Right.
Or do they just watch highlights?
And these are people with media credentials that are going to games, possibly
singing the
right.
gospel.
Clearly they're not watching it.
Well, they're singing the gospel of Miles Turner and how much he's missed and how big of an impact he had by not being there this year. That's what they think.
Well, and to your point, Danny, there's watching the game because I these people have media credentials. So they're watching the game, but it was White Men Can't Jump, and the scene, it goes, you're listening, but are you hearing? Are you hearing the music? I know you're listening. So you're watching, but are you actually watching? Yeah, you're paying attention to the game.
Oh, you just saw Miles Turner hit a three?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Did you see what he did the last 3 plays?
Right. Yeah.
He olayed their center like, oh no, by all means, go ahead, go right to the paint, sir.
Just go.
Yeah.
On.
Here you go.
Oh, you want an offensive rebound too? Go ahead.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna jump.
Let me finish.
Jump.
It's all yours, bro. I'm gonna step back.
Like, so if you want to and look,
to the other end.
not to say we're right and you're right about everything, but if you actually want a good breakdown of your local team and then also the NBA as a whole, I don't think we have somebody who I think belongs. If ESPN really knew what they were doing, you have somebody that belongs on an ESPN show. He won't be there because they don't know what they're doing, and they put trash out there.
Are we talking about like actual basketball knowledge,
Sure.
journalistic
Yes.
integrity,
Right.
or are we talking
If
about
they really
what
want it,
ESPN's doing?
if they really wanted that.
ESPN's not doing that. Like that's
But
a
we
different
have
thing.
somebody here
Don't get me
that
going.
I think belongs on. And Danny, I'm not shitting you. I think you belong on national TV breaking down the NBA.
I appreciate
He
that.
loves basketball. Man, he
Love
lives and breathes it. He's the one that texts us at 11:30, midnight, 12:30. Did you guys see that play? No. We are in bed. We are
I
asleep.
think I told you that one night.
We are out. We're
did.
unconscious. You see what Jokic just did? No, we didn't. Danny, tell us about it.
Yeah.
But because the man lives and breathes
Yeah.
the NBA, he loves basketball. It's basketball season.
I understand it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love
I
it.
totally understand it. And if you're not hustling on a basketball court, I'm calling you out.
Absolutely.
Plain and simple. I just, that is what it is. And Miles Turner does not hustle.
No.
No.
And there's no way ever I'll ever understand why Miles Turner is any kind
Did
of
you
vision.
did you see the comment we got this week when he said we lost
yeah.
2 key pieces,
Matherin and
Turner? Somebody commented
there are 2 weakest links.
that just tells me you
Plain
don't
and
know what
simple.
you're talking about.
After he told me, I didn't know what I was
Yeah,
talking
and then
about.
he- and then he went
Have
in-
you watched this team? Like,
Yeah.
clearly you haven't. Like, you haven't seen Matherin
Yeah.
have an implosion or can't even drive the basket without turning it over. And same with Miles Turner.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
There's no consistency with those 2 players.
At all.
If you watch the Pacers play for the past 9 years, okay, Turner has not been consistent.
No.
The dude plays off the ball the first half of the season, and then he disappears to the rest. I said this last year. I said, man, if we could get Turner just to make it to the playoffs and give an effort, we might be all right.
Sure.
And he did. I'll give him that.
Yeah, to the
Dude
point.
flat out disappeared in the finals. And you guys don't know this because you don't watch Pacers basketball. But at certain points, the guy just disappears.
Yeah, he does.
Like, plain and simple.
And that's what I loved about, like, we were going back and forth, and everybody that was leaving comments, like, for next year, they were watching our clip about how good we're going to be next year.
Oh, yeah.
And us going in on that, and they were saying, no, it's going to be the Pistons, it's going to be Boston, it's going to be everybody but us. But you know what I love?
Same every year.
What I love about that is when we went to the finals, it was the exact same shit being said.
thing.
So keep saying it because you don't watch us. It's fine.
Yeah.
You know, keep
Bring it
commenting
on.
your BS Keep commenting your BS, and we will see you in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we'll see you in the finals again.
I just find it hard to believe that any of these Pistons fans are like, "Oh, we're the team."
It's like how?
And I'm like,
What are you doing? Like,
I literally go, "Let me know when you make it to the conference
well,
championship."
the one-
what are we doing?
another
you
one-
guys, you guys act like you were in the finals
Yeah.
last year. That's how they talk to me.
yes,
on
that's
social
it. That's
media.
how they talk to you. Yes, 100%.
It's the same team, dude. Matter of fact, you lost one of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
Yeah, you let him. Yes.
Let me,
Like, what are we talking
let me-
about
Let
here?
me defend Detroit a little bit. I mean, listen, the Detroit fans, I can relate to them because you know what? They deal with a lot of losing. Okay, they've dealt with a lot. Like Detroit has been historically a loser city. That's just what it is. It's not. It's
Sure.
not. It's not even me taking
Sure.
shots. It's just look at the Lions. That's a big one. And the Pistons have had a little bit of spots of glory.
Sure.
We'll give them a little bit. But overall, the Tigers, what have the Tigers done? Like they're
Nothing.
not doing anything. Exactly.
Nothing.
So I'm not mad at Detroit fans for propping their team up. They're going to pop their collar. It's misguided. We know that. Like I'm not arguing.
Tatum and Halliburton have been out all season.
Yeah. But let's
Like, what are you guys really?
but
and
who
look
are
at
you
Cleveland.
rooting for though in the East?
Boston's still doing well right now, though.
I'm going to root for the Pistons because they play a brand of basketball I like.
Boston's
not
better
against it.
without Tatum.
I understand Boston is Boston. They've been good.
I'm not against what you just said.
I
like Detroit.
I'm
but
rooting
they're
for Detroit
not
'cause
going to
they're-
make it.
They are tough, and I appreciate the way they play because they play hard-nosed basketball. They don't do that flopperoni garbage that we all hate.
You know what?
They play basketball,
You know
and
what
I'm
the
here
biggest
for it.
downfall to the Pistons is? Okay, they play hard nosed basketball.
Yeah, they do.
Okay,
Foul trouble.
and I love it too. And really, I'm probably rooting for them as well. But they can't control themselves. Like when it comes down to it,
Right. They don't have that discipline.
they don't have any kind of discipline.
Yeah.
They just let it all rail out. And then dude, there's no way that team is making it to the conference championship because they can't keep their composure.
And
Plain and simple.
what's wild to
And
me,
it's been that way for 5 years now.
yeah, it's just wild to me that we
Hey,
could.
I gotta call this out.
He's bringing it up.
I gotta bring it
He's
up.
bringing
boys.
it up. But this is what people go off and like. But I get what you're doing. But people like on TikTok and Instagram and whoever's commenting on our shit is they go in and they pull up. Or maybe they're a fan of the Pistons, or maybe they just pull up the East record and they go, "It's the Pistons."
Who are they playing?
Right. And they'll go, "It's the Pistons." But hey, mind you,
nobody.
where did we finish last year when we made a finals run? Where did we finish in the East? We were like in
don't know.
fifth or sixth.
Yeah, man,
But
I'm gonna have to look
we
into
were
that.
we were the best team in the East. Not just because we weren't ranked one. Like, you know what I mean? Like we were.
The East is taken down, man. The Knicks are trash.
Yeah.
The Celtics don't have Tatum anymore. They're really playing okay. You know, they're playing okay Celtic
They're
basketball.
playing decent basketball.
The Cavaliers,
Right. Don't even.
we could just look
let's
back at last year.
Yeah. Let's just.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Cavs are just mid. I mean, they're in the middle of a crisis, which is crazy to me. They have no competition.
Right.
Like, look at this. They have no
The
competition.
look. We
The
said
East
it.
is absolute trash.
Pacers finished
Fourth. We were
okay.
fourth. So we were the Cavaliers are at now.
Yeah, we won.
Yeah.
And it's right for we were wrong. So when we called it at the end of the finals run, we said the Indiana Pacers were going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals this year and possibly win a championship this year. I don't think we were wrong because we were wrong. We're wrong because of injuries. And
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean?
I know.
Right.
But
This would
I mean-
be
But
an easy walk. for the Pacers.
I'm admitting my wrongness. I was wrong. But to your point, what you just said, Danny, we would walk through the East right now if we were healthy.
Dude, we've literally walked the top 3 teams all year.
We just beat the Knicks the other night.
The Pistons got walked by our bench
Yes.
2 weeks ago.
Cat,
The Celtics,
yes.
the Knicks got
And Cat
literally
was
walked.
Cat was shushing people because he thought he was going to beat us.
God,
Wow.
dude, this
What-
would be so cake for the Pacers this year if we were
Hey.
healthy. It's not
Well,
gonna be
Cam
fun.
Jones, who hasn't played all year, is taking it to your ass.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
A little better.
Yeah.
It is.
This is a reset year. You've said that over and over, Danny. like
It's a developmental.
the
year.
developmental year. Yes, better word. And it's getting better. Like I like what I just mentioned his name, Cam. Like I like what I'm seeing out of him.
Yeah.
That's why we picked him.
Like it's
you know what I
legit.
mean? Yeah.
Sucks Furphy. Like it sucks we just lost Furphy.
Let him go. I don't
But
care. I don't give a shit.
but
I
it's,
agree.
Yeah.
I love Furf, but like,
I like
he's
his
not-
energy and hustle. He's not a
We don't need him.
he's not a key piece, but I like his energy and hustle.
I'll root for him when he gets released and he signs with the Nets or the Bucks or
But brother, you cannot tell me next year coming out of Hallie's injury, we got Zubats coming in, and we've got Cam Jones playing at a high level. We got Obi Toppin back. You can't tell me we're not beating the shit out of the East.
Dude, this is the weakest conference I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Let's look at the middle of the.
You know what I mean?
Let's look at the
Yeah.
middle of the
Entire
bracket.
life.
Let's look at the middle because we've looked at the top.
I mean, the
the
Heat
bottom.
are 29 and 27, dude.
Right.
Like the injuries are just running through. The Magic are 28 and 25.
And that's my point. That's what we did to the East last year because this is the East. That's what we've
Hey.
done to the East.
What do we got to talk about right here? Look at this. Look at this.
Look at the official tanking right there, 6 in a row.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
We've not had a podcast where we've really talked about what the Bulls are doing.
them.
They had a chance to literally do something this year.
They did.
'Cause there's nothing above them.
Well, you're either
Like-
Yeah.
listen, you're either tanking or you're going for it, right?
Yeah.
Like you're trying. Okay.
Yeah.
What are they doing? I mean, if you look at what
No
they got,
idea.
all they got were second round picks. That's all you got for all your guys. If you had traded, Vooch last year, you're looking at different set of picks. You're looking at much more value, or IO. I mean, there's so many other options that they had. They could have got so much. It's literally like watching a team be intentionally mismanaged. Like I don't
Yeah.
know how else to look at it. Like it's literally they're setting them
bad.
up for failure.
Yeah. Pretty
bad.
It's like you've got to fire AK. Like he's got to go. Like the whole thing, and like Reinsdorf, and I don't know, man. I look at this and I'm just looking at it like
This is
the worst
official.
team in the NFL.
This is official.
Or NFL, NBA. Sorry,
We've had
still football season.
conversations about tanking.
Mm-hmm.
This is an official tanking.
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
It's not even
You
trying to hide it.
offload your best players, and you just the coach
they're-
is still good.
Did
You know
they
what
get
I mean?
fined? Did
Bang.
they get fined?
No, they got 6 in a row. Lost.
Well, they didn't sit anybody.
It's because they have nobody to stand.
Right.
They got their old G League in there.
Listen,
Right,
bub.
right,
Listen, bub.
right.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, they did it.
three of
They
us-
did the tank
Actually,
the
I
right
think
way.
have
They
been
did the
sit-
tank the
I
right
think
way.
they have been sitting giddy.
Have they?
Yeah.
We ought to head to Chicago. I think we get some minutes, boys. I mean, they're letting anybody in there.
Dude, I can-
Let's get some
come
minutes. You get a spot up 3.
I get a good 5 minutes in.
Yeah, you get.
I'm
shredded.
solid.
You break a hand. You pull a hand. Oh God!
I'm getting a
Dustin.
rebound.
Yeah,
I'm guaranteed
I'm definitely
I get
getting
a
a
rebound.
stat. I'm getting
I'm getting an offensive
stat.
rebound.
Oh, I'm getting attacked. I'm getting attacked. I'm getting attacked. I'm getting ejected. I'll have one play in the game. They're like, "This dude, what the hell is he doing?
That's
The guy's too
hilarious.
big. He's got to get down."
I feel like the Bulls were just on the cusp of like
Being good.
being
I-
good.
I think that-
and they were like, you know what? We got to blow this up. And
This sounds terrible. All right, and I recognize that what I'm going to say is going to come off as horrible because it is a horrible thing to say when you. I'm not wishing death upon someone, but Reinsdorf's got to go, man. He's just got to go. Whether he dies or sells the team, like you just got to go, bub, because you're not invested in winning. He's doing the same thing to the White Sox, and I'm not a White Sox fan. I'm a Cubs fan, but like I do keep an eye on the White Sox, and I do root for them. Like I want them to
So,
win in the AL.
It's tough in the NBA. I do feel like it is
I was
tough though.
wondering who the White Sox fans
And,
were out there.
and I think what makes it hard
There's a
for
lot of Southsiders in Chicago
Oh,
that
yeah.
root for the White Sox. I mean, this isn't a
You guys are over
baseball.
my head with
Hey,
the
will you
baseball
scroll
stuff.
down a
I
little
know,
bit?
I know, but I got to point out the fact that like he owns the Bulls and the White Sox, and he's the worst owner in sports. It's god awful.
I do think it's tough.
horrible.
And maybe it's
Sell the team or die.
maybe
something.
it's similar in
God.
baseball, but like in basketball, I think it's like it's tough to do what the Pacers did because you can point at the Pacers and say
Son of a bitch.
we have a superstar in Halliburton, but I don't think Halliburton's a superstar on any other team. Like I think he's a great player, but he's a superstar on the Pacers.
He's our superstar.
He's our
He has
superstar.
good players around him.
Yes. And so I think what the Pacers have done is very hard to emulate in the NBA to win without a superstar. And we have manufacturer superstars. We have Siakam, who's right there. We have Siakam, who's right there. We have Hallie, who's right there.
I think Hallie's a superstar, though.
Dude, we have 2 superstars.
Hallie's a superstar.
Remember how crazy I went? When
Oh,
we
for sure, we
got
do.
Siakam?
No, okay. My point is not that we think they're superstars; it's that other people don't.
Well, everybody knows
Right.
who Siakam is, dude.
Yeah, but I don't think they put him on that level. I just don't. I don't think they.
They don't now because who's playing with.
Sure, and I don't think they put him on. I think on the finals run they didn't put Hallie and Siakam on. I think they said they're great players.
Well,
but
they
they're,
have, dude. All they did was bash
do
Halliburton.
you remember that?
Oh, he didn't show up. Blah blah blah.
Do you remember that
blah, blah,
clip? I don't know if you guys saw it out of the starting 5 on Netflix, and Halliburton's talking to Embiid, and Embiid he says, "Hey, you should come to Indiana." And Embiid's like, "Fuck no," pretty much is what he tells Hallie.
Well,
like-
nobody wants to come.
Right, but if
We're
Hallie
small market.
was like superstar, you might be like, I might consider it. I don't think
Nah,
anybody considers Halliburton a superstar
Well, I think-
outside of Indiana.
But it depends on how you look at what a superstar is. All right, like it
The dude's
depends
on
on.
WWE.
I
he's-
think he's a superstar. I just don't think nationally people
Well, no,
think
I mean,
he's a
how are
superstar.
you going to compete with the? He's not a LeBron. Okay, he's
Right.
not a KD.
I'm glad. Have you seen
Yeah,
cringy
no,
videos of LeBron?
Listen,
lately?
I'm
Talking
with
about
you
that
on that.
geezer?
But I'm just saying, like from that, that's like a upper echelon superstar level.
sure,
It's a
sure,
different
sure.
level.
That's superstar.
Yeah, but if you're looking at on the court and what he does, like his efficiency, he's a
100%.
superstar at being efficient.
Yeah,
with
he
the ball.
is.
He just is.
Yeah,
and
he's
that's
clutch.
that is
And
perfect
that's-
for pacer ball.
and that's why-
that's what you
I
need.
think that's
with
my
this team.
point, though. Is I don't think that the national opinion of what he is doing is superstar status. I don't think it is. I
that
think
they-
within Indiana and maybe Midwest, they
I
would
think
go,
they do, but it's not healthy for them to market him
yeah,
because of where he's at.
yeah,
We're small market.
yeah.
They can't. If they were to like latch on to Halliburton, they couldn't make no money off of
But
it.
why does Donovan Mitchell get latched on in Cleveland?
Cleveland's got a solid team. They don't have a team that's going to win a chip.
We've
but
beat
they're
the
solid
shit out of
team.
Cleveland the last 2 years in a row. Like Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell hasn't done shit, and that's you just okay. We're gonna move past the. What's happening.
What just happened?
What?
What?
Look, no, my and
Donovan Mitchell's a bitch, by the way.
he is a
Like,
bitch. That's my point. He is a
biggest
bitch.
scam in the NBA.
But my point is he's been marketed as a superstar for the last 5 years, and he's in Cleveland, who we have ran through Cleveland. We just have Cleveland's our
Man, we
bitch.
beat the shit out of Cleveland.
Yeah, they're our bitch.
We beat the shit out of Cleveland.
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year. Number 1 in the conference.
yeah. We beat the shit out of
these
you,
dudes,
Cleveland.
They were blimping.
I want you to
out.
hear me,
They were limping
Cleveland,
out.
Ohio. I want you to hear me. Indiana Pacers pushed your shit in, like we did.
They were limping
Yeah.
out of that playoffs.
Yeah. But Donovan Mitchell's a superstar, and I do think that the national media and the national, not even the media, the national NBA people that pay attention, rank Donovan Mitchell above Halliburton, above
they
Siakam.
don't.
You don't think so? I think they do.
Well, I mean, the Pacers were 3-1 in the regular season
They
last
don't.
year versus the Cavs,
Especially
and,
after last year.
and we beat them by 15. Beat them by 2. That was a close contest. Beat by 8.
I bet we were down 10 with 2 minutes.
We
to go
were.
in the
I think
fourth.
we were.
That was
I think we were.
We did lose. by-
Naismith.
That was the 14-point
Yes.
game, I think.
Probably.
Yeah.
You might be right.
But anyway you look at it, man, I think the thing to point out is that ultimately when we look at like this year and we look at where we're at, we look at the Pacers. I mean, it is a tankathon, and I'm a little upset that they won 2 in a row. And I hate that I'm in that position, but like I'm in the minority, I think, in this group that like I actually want them to draft somebody. Like I actually think that that's what the key to that pick and to that trade with Zubac. Obviously, he's amazing. I'm good with him and the addition that he is on the team, but I also don't want to give up that pick. And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, like, listen, hey, as long as you got to make sure you get in the top 4, man. You got to get it.
Well, they did the trade right, in my eyes.
I think they did too.
Top 4, bub.
But I think that it
know.
proves.
Anything outside of that is a waste.
Well,
So,
no, it's
bang.
was it 5 through 9 would go to the
And
Clips,
then we get
and
the
then
10.
10
yeah,
on.
dude,
10
we
on,
got
we did,
what
yeah.
we needed out of that. I
But-
feel like that trade gets disregarded because of that.
Yep.
No, but I don't think
It's
anybody
weird.
focuses on the
It's
fact
a
that
weird.
Well,
technically we still technically we didn't
Can you
give
chat
our first round pick
GPT
away.
if
Well,
we finish at this if we
just
finish
this year or
right
the
now,
next.
what's our percentage to get a top 4 pick? Like what's that percentage to get a ball in the top 4 pick, or how's that land? I don't know.
I don't think we've ever gotten. one.
Yeah,
Maybe not. Maybe so. Maybe not. But
I
think that people disregard the fact that they look at it like, oh, we gave 2 first round picks.
right.
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
No, we didn't.
yeah.
We gave up the top 4 picks, or we still have the top 4 picks next year.
Right. We potentially gave away
there's
a top
literally
5 through
nothing
9.
After outside the top 4 picks, dude, there's nobody.
No.
So like that
Yeah.
could help us.
No.
So
And the point I
like,
made
dude,
last time we recorded is
it's a good
who
it's a
who
good trade.
who are you benching to take on a top 4? Who are you benching? Because a top 4 player plays. They play.
100%.
So I don't know. And to your point,
They're all
Mike,
power forwards.
your point about us winning too many, I think proves our point of how good the Pacers are. Is even if we try to tank, our bench is so good that we are gonna win games. We are gonna beat the Knicks. We're gonna beat the Cavaliers. We're gonna
clap
beat
the
the.
Knicks,
You know what I mean? Even if we try to tank,
and the Pistons.
like even if it's like, hey, let's play our role players more. They're better. They just are. And when they're healthy, we have a really good chance of beating you.
Well, let's walk through this because we did tee it up, so I feel like it's only it's only fair that we go through and we're looking at the top.
That's what I would
picks.
like to know. Yeah.
Yeah. If we're looking at it, so if we're looking at the number 1 pick, we're just slightly back of the other 3 that are above us. So Sacramento,
Because we
Washington,
don't
New
ever
Orleans.
get a number 1.
No.
Yeah, but they're at 14% to get the top pick. We're at 12.5. I think that's probably negligible. Like 0.5% is probably not that big a deal. If we move forward and we look at the likelihood to get the number 2 pick, we're at 13.4%. Move forward to get the number 3, we equal out. We're at 11 point. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. So we're at 12.2% for pick 2, 11.9% for pick 3, 11.5% for pick 4. Really, when you look at it, we've got a good anything in double digits percentage wise to get a top 4 pick. We're in pretty good shape. The problem we run into is, man, that is an incessant ad. I've had to close that pop up 15
That
times.
ad is coming for
Insane.
your life.
Lord,
Yeah.
pay attention to Star
It
Wars,
stole
people.
your
Apparently,
identity.
we have to
You just
you gotta
lost your
watch.
identity.
Jesus,
It took your credit.
wow. Okay, that was intense. It was close. No, I'm back again. Whoa, close again.
I kind of want steak now, though.
Jesus.
I really would like a
That was
flame
nice.
broiled steak.
Nice. Go upstairs and Pants has got a
There it is again.
Jesus. Okay, we get it. Star Wars and basketball. I don't know what they have in common, but apparently some.
gosh.
But the point is that, like, you look at our picks, the Pacers currently, they can't do worse than an 8th, where their current percentage is at. Like,
Jesus Christ.
I don't want to
And
make
they're
value.
coming in all the angles, bro. Like,
Yeah, we're
everywhere.
gonna get off this
You
site.
got things.
I do want to talk
Going
about
for you.
a team real quick.
Okay,
Real
talk about
fast.
them.
I want to talk about the Wizards.
Talk about the
Wiz.
Wiz.
Okay.
Ooh, the Wiz.
So the Wizards have been the dog bottom of the league
Mhm.
since Wall. Okay.
Yeah.
And he was like their saving grace, and he's honestly, I don't know how the dude talks any kind of I'm the man.
Yeah.
In my-
It's-
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's bad.
Does that irritate
it
you?
It does.
Like,
Like,
what did you do, bro?
What'd you do?
What did you do? Nothing.
Yeah. You played for
Matter
a
of fact,
shitty
matter of
fucking-
fact, if you want to look back at it, he imploded that.
Yeah, I was gonna
franchise.
say, like, you
Nobody is anybody talking about that?
Yeah.
They put all their eggs in your basket, and you
screwed the roost. Yeah.
you imploded that franchise. I don't know why he has a voice, whatever, beyond me,
Right.
whatever. I know he's a good talent, and probably other players in the podcast that he's in are like, "Ah, you're good," No, you imploded that
Yeah.
franchise. But I will say, the Wizards are going to be up and coming next year.
Yeah.
They're going to be a problem.
Well, who'd they just pick up? Didn't they
They
pick
got Trae Young and AD.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. AD's going to have a spring. Yeah,
Oh.
his days ain't over.
No, he's gonna have a
Okay?
season left.
He's spent his whole career
Multiple
with his injury
seasons, right?
prone,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. AD's down again, blah, blah, blah. AD's going to have
a run.
a run.
He's gonna have a run,
Plain and simple.
and he's got a point guard now.
He's got Trae Young. Trae Young's out of Atlanta now. He's
Yeah.
going to be a different player. They got a little bit. They got a little bit of a team.
They do have a squad.
And you know what? I am going to call it right now. Wherever they land, I bet they land Boozer.
they're taking
And I
Boozer.
guarantee
You're
you,
100% right.
If they get Boozer,
Oh,
the
God.
Wizards are going to be a problem.
Yeah.
You know why? Because that whole conference is trash.
It
I still
is.
can't believe Detroit's on top of this conference.
It is trash.
Blows my mind. They're really, honestly, they're mediocre team.
Yeah.
They're just some airheads that get a little mean every once in a while. Washington's going to be a problem. Washington's going to be a problem next year.
No, they
Hold
are.
me on
And if
this.
you're right, and I do think you're right, and the NBA has a storyline to it, and if the storyline is Cam Boozer going to Washington, which I think is a real possibility.
I think AD's got one more year left
Yeah.
in him before he
good year.
implodes.
A good year.
Okay?
Yes.
If he gets hurt,
he's got
this
multiple
next
years
year,
left, but
in
I
a,
think
in a long-term session,
Yeah.
it's over. But
Mhm.
the Wizards are set
No,
up to
you're
be
right.
something.
so because if they
And if they get a top 4 pick, and it has to be a Boozer,
they're
which
taking,
I'm gonna
it's
say
gotta
this,
be.
gotta
I
be
mean,
Boozer.
They are as good a shot as anybody. I mean, Sacramento is the only one who's got slightly higher odds, but it's only a higher odd to get that.
So
fifth
the
pick.
NBA does this. We saw this last
And
year.
honestly, they could get the second pick.
we
and
saw
still
that.
get
We saw
Boozer.
this
No,
last.
they're
You know
going to
what
be
I mean?
good. They're going to be
Yeah.
Did we
They're gonna be
not
fun.
see
I'm
this?
just saying that if they get Boozer, Trae Young, AD,
Mhm. And you have a
Boozer,
real power forward.
dude.
You have a real
You got
power
Bob
forward.
Carrington, you got Trey Johnson.
Okay.
Dude, I'm telling you,
You gotta-
guys, young
Watch
team
out for the
right there.
Wizards.
Watch out for the Wizards.
But
They
I
got
got
pieces.
to ask this question though, because the thing that I pointed out and you guys shot down immediately was that I felt like you get a young star and you put it on the Pacers from any type of power
who are
forward
you
to center
benching?
position.
Who are you benching?
It's not
Mike?
about benching them. It's the fact that you've got another contributor. You've got another guy who can come in, who can
Power
spell
forward?
minutes. Power forward or center.
There's 3
Tell
power
me,
forwards.
tell me,
There's 3 of
you
them.
tell me, Mikey, what power forward coming out of this draft
Probably
is going to be
Boozer.
better than, hear me out, Siakam and Obi Toppin?
I would
Tell me.
take. It depends. It's situational.
None of them.
It's situational though, because if I look at it, you could put Toppin at a 3, and you'd be okay with him at a 3.
Of course, Toppin can guard
Exactly.
anything.
He'd be fine at a
Okay.
3, but you can off the bench, you could bring in, let's just say you get Boozer, right? He'd be great to be an additional presence in the hole. You're going to have Jay Huff coming off the bench at that point.
Well, now you're talking about the bench.
I never said he was going to start. That was never my point. My point is that if you look at it from a guy you're going to have control over 4 years, who's going to be able to come off the bench and contribute, because
Of course,
there's
dude.
nobody in this draft class who's going to start over what the Pacers are going to have next year. I never said that. That was never my stance. My point was that if you can bring a guy off the bench for the first year, 2 years that he's in the league, and he's
Who
going to be a significant contributor with energy, he can come in, he can spell minutes. If somebody gets hurt, which is like gonna happen, then you've got a guy who's got energy. He's young. He can come in and he can contribute. And that's why I said if you get the top 4 pick, you get it. You can draft a guy who's going to be impactful to be able to do that. Now the challenge is going to be, I know from like a PR standpoint and the way NBA
There's
players
no way
are.
Boozer's gonna not start.
On the Pacers,
it's
you
not
wouldn't
gonna
start.
happen.
Just-
It's not gonna happen.
You got a problem there,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
But he doesn't
not
have a
gonna
choice. You
happen.
got years of control. You've got years of control. What's he going to do?
He's gonna not give a shit.
Yeah. Have you heard of the NBA before? It's like it's not gonna happen.
If you're on a winning team and he has a chance to win, I am inclined to believe that if I know his dad, and I'm inclined to believe that he's at least somewhat like his dad was.
Starter.
Carlos Boozer.
Dude, I
Was
get,
he a starter
I
in his fir-
get what you're saying.
I don't know if he was a starter
do.
his first
Hey,
years. I don't know.
I totally can get behind what you're saying. There's
Yeah,
no
I
question.
I don't
a
disagree
Boozer,
with you.
but also when you do that, it slots out Walker.
yeah,
Okay,
I'm not.
I mean,
I'm not ready to do it.
Would you take? Would you? I would.
100%.
I,
100%.
I'm not there. I'm not there. I look at it and I just say, look, if I'm looking at talent and I look at the production piece, I look at it who's likely to generate the most.
You don't know that though. Like my point is,
Dude,
put it in.
Walker
but
just had a whole year of
Put it in
development,
Chat
NBA development.
GPT. How many of the last 10 years of the lottery draft pick have actually lived up? I don't know how you Chat
That's
GPT this,
impossible.
but like have actually lived up to their potential? It's a crapshoot.
But
It is
see,
a crap.
last
But
one.
but this is what I would say.
This
though.
last draft has
I-
been money.
I know it has, but like if you put it in,
But we don't have anybody in this draft class. That's
Cooper Flagg's
anywhere
generational.
near generational talent like Flag and Khan and
Yeah.
even Harper.
Yeah.
Dude,
I think you guys are missing the boat.
I
think
feel
there's
like
some guys-
Harper's in a similar position that you're talking about. Okay, the dude is 3 lengths down, and he could start in Washington and be a huge impact to the league.
and that's what they need out of Boozer and these other
But the
guys is they
problem
need
is-
to go.
Problem is like, dude, 2 years, 1 year, like he's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be like, what am I doing on the bench?
Uh-huh.
Why am I playing the G
But
League? this weekend?
see, at that point, the Pacers are going to have to move off of guys. They're going to have to move off a guy in this offseason. They're going to do it. A guy who's potentially a starter, a
talking
major
about
contributor. I'm just
this will be the
calling it.
4th year of our playoff run.
They're going to
Okay?
have to come
You're
off
talking about
somebody.
developing a culture.
Mike,
I
Mike,
get
you
it.
want to
and
win a
it's- it's
championship?
not-
You want to be a championship
Remember
team?
when I said we're gonna have trouble last year when Walker messed his ankle up?
Yeah.
Remember right in the playoffs? I
You
was like,
did.
this is
You
gonna be
said
a
that
problem.
100%. It was.
that's gonna
It
be the
was a
reason why
problem.
we're gonna
It
lose
was a
this.
problem.
Yes.
It was
yeah,
a
but
problem.
that was not the reason we lost.
It was. It was a little piece of it. Okay.
I mean,
You
we
don't.
were
You don't
halfway.
think
It was a
having.
little piece.
You don't think having
Halfway.
Walker.
that was that
You don't
much
think
more
having
depth.
Walker in the
The
finals.
dude can literally affects our defense. The reason these guys aren't hot top 4 like developmental talent is because they don't have no fucking defense. They got 0 defense
I
on
get that.
our level of culture.
I get
You cannot tell me that Boozer's going to come in, slot Obi over, and put Walker.
I don't
on
want
the
that to
bench,
happen.
dude.
Don't want it to happen.
We don't want that to happen as an organization.
But you also have to
But
look
also, we're going to take
No,
it.
I want to look at to your point. I see both angles.
at it. Nah, nobody's seeing my
But
angle on
I'm
this
not
one
trying
at
to
all.
argue your angle at all. I'm looking at the rotation.
I'm looking at it more from the fact that I look at what the
You're looking in
salaries
the
are
future.
at, and
You're
I'm
looking
looking
at
at
the
the fact that like even this upcoming year, if you're looking at it and saying, okay, if I
Boozer
draft-
provides no value this next year to me, and the Pacers uniform provides 0 value.
wow, I would disagree with that.
Our team's already
But you-
set, Mike.
But I also look
Mikey.
at it. You look at it from the perspective now. Then you might as well
went.
have given away that you might as well have not protected the pick. I mean, the Pacers even feel
They
the
did
same way
protect
I
the
do
pick.
because they knew that the top 4 guys. There's a reason. There's 4 guys in this draft. That they looked at it and they felt were impactful.
No, you're never
And I
going to give
trust
away.
that.
You're never going to give it away the top 4 pick. You could trade away that player when you draft them. They're never going to give that away. That's valuable. Why would I give that away?
I mean, you gave up 5 through 9. Do you believe? I mean, if your team is solidified, just full on solidified,
I don't-
You look at that pick and you say, "Hey, I don't need it."
No,
We're
you.
good.
That's valuable.
No,
it's
it's
valuable.
valuable.
You guys are trading it. It's done. Like you're
The
done. with
problem is
Move on
the
with it.
backside of it.
I look at the year after next year. I look at the fact that even this
That's what I
next
said.
year,
You're looking in the future.
There's no
Our-
year after next
Our
year.
team is established.
There's
my
no
my
year
point
after
is
next
that
year.
I think that you could make some moves, and you could get if you get one of these top 4 guys like
Trade
A
'em.
Boozer. One of these guys, I feel like you could bring them in, and I don't think you're going to see a massive drop off. Even if you move, say, top into the 3 on the bench. This is what we're talking about. We're not talking about starters. Like Boozer's not.
so
he
if
came
you
to this
move
team,
top
he'd be a
into the,
starter.
you got to shift the entire lineup.
You know what you're saying? Hold on. What you're saying is, okay, and I'm gonna show you the end of it. What you're saying is if we bring that guy on at the end of when you shuffle through it, I'm gonna tell you. You know, you want to know who has no room.
Yep.
You're gonna be like, what? Guess who has no room in the rotation?
If I'm gonna guess, you're gonna say TJ.
Yeah, you have to shift the entire thing. You have to push.
Yep. So you get what I'm saying? Do you get where I'm at though? Like with the culture and
My bad.
Huh?
I coughed in the mic. My bad.
Like,
Where's my cough button?
We're drinking and
at the-
coughing.
hey,
My bad.
at the end of the day, that is who gets
Well,
because Cam Jones.
Yeah, Cam did.
got-
Cam,
but what are you gonna
Cam's
do? What are you
working.
gonna do with him now? What are you gonna do with him now? You can put him in 2. Is that what he's gonna be?
Who?
He's not a 2.
Who?
Cam Jones.
You can't slot Cam Jones to 2.
Okay,
He's not.
so he's 1.
Yeah.
He's a 1.
Okay, so what does that mean for
100%.
TJ?
He's gone.
How does the boozer? Like, this is my point. Like this. I mean, again, this isn't me getting like incredulous.
No, it's
about
fine.
It, but I'm just
Keep-
saying that
no,
like
keep pushing.
my
Keep
what
pushing.
I'm saying is
Cam
that, like,
Jones ain't playing next year, bro.
No, not
Okay.
at all.
Like,
So okay, then I don't understand how the natural progression would be if you bring in a boozer that it means all of a sudden TJ is not going to get minutes at all. I look at it more from the perspective of if I'm looking at the bench and looking at the matchups, if you've got a chance to get a top 4 pick in this draft, which the Pacers agree with me, they clearly agree with
You
me.
don't know that.
Then why? Then you they agree with me enough the fact that they protected that pick, which means they looked at it and they said it's not a top 5 pick, it's a top 4, which means they looked at there's
well, they're
4.
not giving it up.
Yeah, they're
I
not.
mean,
Why would they
I-
give it up? You can trade the fucking
okay.
player.
But
At
it's
the
an
end of the
impact.
day-
It's an impactful player because
Yeah,
they
but it
even if
doesn't-
they don't use that player, it's a top 4 pick. They looked at it and said, "Listen, this is a guy we've got to protect. Like we've got to protect this pick. Even if you trade it off, they looked at it and said these are impactful players you can bring in.
Sure.
So even if it's not the Pacers who are the ones who are going to leverage that pick, they're still looking at it and say like, no, we need to protect it because we can trade it off and it'll be assets.
Yeah,
I'm
for
looking
sure.
at it from the perspective of like, is it really that bad
Look-
of an idea to bring in one of those guys if you get
It
a top
is.
4 pick?
I think.
It
I think
shuffles
it
up
is.
the bench, and TJ McConnell
yeah.
goes bye-bye.
He does. And
Plain and simple.
I like Danny.
He's a veteran. He's older.
I
He
get
can't
it.
keep up. All he can give you is 10 minutes.
Danny, you
The
made this
dude is
point,
gone.
and you
Like,
made this
flat
point,
out.
and I think
The dude had to work his ass off 2 years ago just to get back in the rotation.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
I love TJ
Well-
as much as the next person, but if there's anyone who could step in and can be better, at least from a production standpoint, would you not welcome it?
We don't.
How could-
what
I
do
don't
you
know. I
need?
don't know. I
What do
don't know.
you
I'm just
need?
I think that's my point is
Yeah.
you can't just draft somebody. And in our culture, we're a championship culture still.
Sure,
okay?
sure.
we
We
are.
got our team, right? You
Yeah.
bring somebody in and you threaten TJ McConnell, dude. That fucks.
I like
everything up.
Danny.
Yeah, but
Danny,
it might
Danny,
juice him.
I think you made
Might
a
juice him, though.
Danny. You made a valid.
No, what he has. He well, juice him to what?
Right.
Well, I'm saying
He's
it's-
got
it
nowhere to
motivates-
go.
It motivates. it motivates
TJ's career is here.
Yeah,
like
but, like,
he'll
to
ride
where?
off into the sunset on somebody's bench
And
somewhere.
so if it motivates him, then we have a top 4 pick sitting in the G League. That's
right.
where- that's
It's
where
it's
it
not
would
going to
end.
happen. But Danny,
It's either TJ.
I just don't.
I
see-
think-
I just don't. see
top
I
it.
four
think
pick
Danny
in the
made the
G
point,
League.
and I don't. Maybe you're right, and at the end of the day, and maybe you might be right, Mike, and maybe this is how it plays out, and we draft, and it just works out the way you're saying.
It's not.
Like
it's
but
so not.
But Danny made
if
the
you
point.
insert any kind of top player in our team right now, somebody's going to the
Oh,
G
100%.
League. Or
Well,
somebody's
I
getting
agree.
waived.
But hold on.
Minus injuries with 15
you
and
made the
40.
point last. You
the
made
only
the
thing
point.
that would save
Not a lot of
this
women.
is an injury.
You made the point last podcast, and I think it went kind of unnoticed. Is we don't need we've been saying it now. We don't need these picks now. We need them in 4 years.
we need him 2 years.
Right. We need them years down the road. Like when this team implodes, because it will. When
2
the,
years.
when this team hits it runs its course like every NBA team does, especially in a small market. And when it implodes, we need those picks. And I'm not, and I get your point, Mike, which is like
don't think he is.
draft the guy now and develop him for 2 years. No, championship or bust right now with this squad for the next X amount of years, 2 years or 4, and take this pick and find a way to parlay
Hell
it
yeah, we're
into
gonna take
more.
this pick.
Well, take it and parlay
But
it.
Boozer might not be happy.
Well, hold
sitting
on.
the bench.
No, I'm not saying take
the
it.
whole
I'm
year.
saying take it and parlay it into more fucking picks in 2 to 4 years and give me 4 players
yeah, that's,
if-
that's
down
I'm-
the road.
If I'm looking
Right.
at this,
Get-
organization,
There's no
That
none
makes
of those
sense
top
to
4
me.
picks are any kind of
No,
weird
they're not
near.
hey,
This isn't. I'm not getting
anywhere
Cooper
near
Flag.
generational
I'm not getting
talent.
Cooper Flag. I'm not,
Not
getting
anywhere near it.
any of. I can't
maybe
even.
Boozer. Just because
Maybe.
of what we know from his dad.
Maybe. Maybe I do know a
He's not
text
number
message.
one.
I do know a text message from Mike going, "I'm not impressed with Boozer." After,
Yeah, I wasn't in that game.
You know, which that's just one game.
wasn't.
He's not. If he was like
The North Carolina game.
hardcore
He
and he
folded
was
at
like,
the end.
he's going number one because he's Boozer's son. No, dude.
I think the thing that I would look at as well, and I think it's not a thing that you can easily overlook with the Pacers, the fact that I don't have any faith that they can stay healthy next year. Like they're going to have an impactful guy go out for the year.
You can say that about any team, though.
I get it, but like nobody has been more injured riddled than the Pacers for whatever reason. Maybe this is an outlier. Like maybe it is. I don't know. But they had a run. They had a rash
2
of
years in a
injuries
row?
last year with the center position, which is why we had who we had playing in the playoffs in the center position. Like we know what happened. We had issues last year too with the fact that like they can't keep guys
Wiseman,
healthy.
Jackson, both down.
And listen, I'm with you, Danny, in terms of like you called it out last year. If you have those guys healthy, it's a different ball game. The whole year
Plain
plays
simple.
out differently.
100%.
Something is happening. It's 2 years in a row. Something
You think that we could go 2 years in a row with this kind of injury?
well, we've gone 2 years in a
train?
row with an insane amount of injuries. We have. I mean, if you look at the year before and we look at this year, maybe last year was
Yeah.
normal, but this year
we
was
had a couple.
astronomical.
We had a couple. This year was something I've never
stupid.
seen.
Yeah, it's
but
stupid. But do you have any faith that we're going to go next year where we have like an
I
entire?
do.
I don't.
I feel like we got to learn from that, right?
You got to change something up. I don't know what it is.
Got to
and
change the rotation up, or
I don't have an
whatever.
answer. I don't have a clear cut
believe,
answer.
I believe in Rick. Like, I believe that he spent this year like trying to figure out how to, and especially with Furphy just going out with an ACL. Like, I feel like he's got something after that. Like, maybe bang, bang. I don't know. I still think that it's the shoes.
I mean, and listen, I'm not discounting the shoe argument. Like, listen, people are going to think that's frivolous, but I think you should explain it. I think it's a legit
So,
argument.
I don't know what the Pacers do. I don't know how they warm up. I don't know how they walk in a game, but I believe that all of the injuries in the NBA as they rise, because they're rising, are because of the shoe traction. Because they're trying to get more traction, blah, blah, blah. Like, there should have been a stop at some point to where, like, you have to have at least a little bit of give.
Yeah.
Like, if you, it has to be
Snap.
a little bit of give, like just a little bit of give. And then they have these little tack things now. And I don't know what the Pacers do. Okay. I really don't. I don't know what, like, if I've seen these TikTok videos where they have these little things and they step their feet on them and it like adds tackiness to their shoes. Right. I don't know if they do that. I don't know the facts. So I assume, I'm just assuming that these guys or something in the locker room has, hey, use this if you want more traction, right?
We
got to be something.
You got
Got to
to
be
something.
something internally with the training team.
Yeah.
You said this, like something's going on with our training team.
I just think,
Like, dude, I guarantee you,
yeah,
what player wouldn't want traction?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
What player wouldn't want to not slip on anything? Okay, that's like, it's like a steroid, right? Like, give me what I can to not ever slip.
Let me cut. Let me cut a
yeah,
little.
like, I don't want to slip anymore. I want to get straight up, right?
No slippage.
So I guarantee you there's something going on in our training room where these guys are going, hey, just
Oh, you're talking about the
step on
injuries?
this or put this on the
Well,
bottom
have
of
you
your
seen
shoe
have you
or-
seen the
equipment
before players come in, they have the little plastic pad they can walk on and like rip off the sheets.
This motherfucker, you just call it the tackiness.
So
Yeah.
that's just like normal TikTok.
And
footage.
yeah,
so
for
imagine
sure.
it at a high level.
Oh, for sure. Well,
Which
it's
is
just
where I was
like
talking
Yeah,
about,
it's just
like-
like the NFL with the playing with the hands to grab a ball, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you gotta-
which is
you get-
ridiculous. By the way.
something.
Yeah.
Something has to change. This is my point. Is that like we talked about last year? We had a rush of injuries. Maybe it's within the realms of what would be normal. It just adversely
you're onto
impacted a
something.
single position.
I think you.
I
are
think
onto
it's the
something, Mike.
shoes.
But when we look at this year and we look at like what has happened in the offseason, we look at what happened this year, like we have a rash of injuries we listen, you'll look at this chart and you'll see the Pacers in the 14th position in the East. You know, they're one of the bottom teams in the league, and it's all because of injuries. Because if the guys were healthy,
for sure.
we're probably somewhere in that like 8-9 range. You know, without Hallie, like we're teetering. We're right up there.
If
Maybe
we had our whole squad without Hallie, we're 1 or 2.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
I wouldn't go in there, but like
1
my,
or 2.
my point
Like
is,
I said this at the beginning of the season, especially now watching the whole season, there's no way Boston is number 2
Yeah.
or the Knicks are number 3.
I agree with that.
Like, and we aren't up there without Hallie.
But-
Like, there's no question. Obi Toppin, like TJ was out for a month.
A
and
month.
half.
So was Nimhard.
Like, Nimhard was out. Like Naismith was out the whole first half of the season. There's no way we aren't up there. And I'm speaking out of my ass. Like, but it's
well, there's no way to
like,
know.
There's no
but
way.
Yeah, I feel you.
There's no way. Like Boston has guys coming out of the G League. Like, there's no way.
No, they're
This
contributing.
conference
They
is
get
trash.
the East is not going to win the chip this year. Let's just be clear
No.
about that. It's the West.
100%.
West is best. That's what it
100%.
is. But when we look at it, my point with the Pacers, that I feel like, listen, I'm not saying it's the strength and conditioning coach's fault, but I feel like you've got to fire him, and I feel like you got to clean house and start over.
I honestly,
You've got to go a different route.
I would
because
imagine
this shit ain't working. It ain't working.
That bucket is totally with the equipment side.
Sure.
I
Then
think
fire
it's-
the equipment man. You got to make changes. I would get rid of the strength and conditioning coach. Gone. The equipment guy gone. And I would encourage every player to bring up them high top sneakers. Like get some ankle
So I think
support,
it's
something.
I think it's the shoes. I
Get
think
them
it's a lot of-
Reeboks. Let's pump them bitches
But
up.
like even if you
Let's go.
What is
ask,
happening
even if you
with the
ask,
league?
Listen,
You know
I
what I
did
mean?
this. So I did this. Mike.
There goes my ankle
Can we
injury.
just pump a couple? Let's bring those back. 1st and 10.
Yeah,
Pumps.
we should first
Pump
and
it
pumps
up.
come to a store near you.
Little first and 10 logo on the side. Ooh.
But I did this a while ago on ChatGPT because I've
Neon green
they'd be fucking phenomenal.
flying off the shelf.
Phenomenal. But
I'm gonna do a story
I
near
did
you.
this a while, Mike, a while ago. I got on ChatGPT because I've been on soft tissue injuries and Achilles
You've
injuries.
been all over the soft tissue, baby.
Which are a couple different things, right? But like, I was like, oh, are they higher than normal? Like, is Achilles injuries higher than they normally are? And I asked ChatGPT, and they're like, well, NBA doesn't.
They don't track.
they don't. It's really hard to get that stat. Now, I'm sure you could go back
I'm
and
going.
track.
I'm going to ask Grok.
You could track yourself. I think it's the fucking shoes.
It's fucking shoes. It's not even the shoes. It is the shoes.
Sure.
Clearly, the traction on the shoes has gotten better. It's technology,
Yeah.
right? But I think it's the additional shit.
Yeah.
Like, is there a rule that you can't like
Hey.
adhesive something on your shoe?
Yeah.
I just want to point this out that I went to Grok, and not that Grok is the ultimate arbiter of truth, but I would point to the fact that I generally feel like I can get a different. You know, I just asked Grok, are soft tissue injuries up in the NBA in recent years? Very basic question. Yes.
Yeah.
clearly.
Right off the bat, yes.
whole team's
Such
out.
as calf strains, hamstring strains, groin strains, and hip flexor issues appear to have increased in the NBA in recent years. Calf injuries are up.
Does it say why?
Yeah, I mean, it's trend. It's discussion among coaches of why. They
Well-
say it's faster pace, increased distance covered at higher speeds.
Can you ask it another question on top and say,
Yeah.
could it be the technology in the shoes and the things they put on their shoes for traction?
I think it's also the type of player though too, because look at Chet, look at Wemby, look at KD, look at even
Ain't nobody looking at Katie.
well, I'm just saying, like look at the type of player they are and how they're built. They're very thin, they're frail. Versus back when we were the '90s to early 2000s, we were built different. We were built different. We were.
Again,
Dustin.
not that Grok is the all. I mean,
Dustin.
Yeah, there you
Yes.
go.
Grok immediately you know what I love about this is we asked two questions and the direct answer to it was yes. Immediately. Immediately it said. Now Grok is
These
not
dudes get paid to be on ESPN, by the way.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
get paid like hundreds of thousands. of dollars.
well and listen, there's no NBA team, there's no coach, there's no player who could ever come out and say, well, listen, it's my shoes, they're the problem.
No.
But
What did I say the other day?
Nike.
What did I say the other day in our group chat? What did I say the other day? These basketball shoes were running shoes 20 years ago.
No. You've owned this from jump, Dustin. I mean, you've been saying about the fact that they don't support listen, I understand. Like we've talked about this. Understand why the flexibility is there, right?
Sure,
like
I
why
get
you
it.
want a low top. But the problem with the low top is it doesn't support you. There's a reason why high tops were invented. It was for basketball.
Yeah.
Like that was the whole point of it, was to support you in the cutting and everything you have to do in basketball, because it is unique. When it comes to using that shoe, it's unique.
I feel like it's gotten lower.
And
you know what I mean?
Thinner. The shoe's gotten thinner. It's gotten lower.
Lillian shoes. And
Everything.
Listen. We're bringing Reeboks back, boys. We're getting the pump ups. We're doing it.
Top Reeboks with the pump.
100%. We're pumping it up.
Why wouldn't you though?
Oh, we're doing it. I mean, that's 1st and 10 original right here. We're bringing it back.
Let's do it.
Can I ask
We're
you
doing
the, Can I ask you guys this question? When you talk about strength and conditioning and these people that literally get paid to like take care of the players,
Yeah.
nobody's like, hey, we should bring the shoe back up.
You never hear
do
it, though.
that, and then like maybe you should have some give on your traction to not tear your ACL.
Right.
when
You
you're
don't
trying to take a
necessarily want to
jump.
stick, because if you stick, your knee
listen.
sticks.
Isn't
and
that
it
common
fucking
sense?
rips.
Is that common sense?
Can I ask you boys a question? How many high top shoes have you bought outside of basketball?
Outside of basketball?
right?
Never.
Why would I?
Yeah, it's not a
Exactly.
thing. Yeah.
Why
Exactly.
would I?
Because you can't sell those shoes. That's the whole reason we're in this situation. It's
Yeah.
all about selling shoes.
Right. 100%. I agree.
That's what it is.
I just wouldn't give a shit about that if I was like worried about my ACL tearing, which happens every day. In the NBA now.
I understand.
But to Danny's point, and if you saw
understand.
Furphy's injury, did you see Furphy's injury?
Yeah.
He came down from a dunk and his foot stuck. It stuck right on the court.
Yeah.
And as his weight
Done.
and energy is
True.
going backwards,
Oh, God.
his foot is stuck and it rips his fucking knee.
Yeah,
That's
his whole body's
exactly
moving.
what
and
happened.
brr.
So his foot grabbed. The shoe did what it was supposed to do, which was grab whatever it was designed, or what was on, whether it was an additive or whether it was a shoe itself.
I'm sure it was the shoe and an additive. You know, like, is there a rule that I'm gonna look this up after this episode? Like, just like the NFL, like, is there a rule of something you can't apply to your shoe?
I don't know.
I guarantee there's not. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
There's no
God,
pine
sorry
tar
about it.
situation.
No,
where
you know,
like the
I
bats-
feel like
yeah.
we're in a
good call.
pine tar situation that is not being looked at. Like,
Right.
you knew exactly the
Yeah.
little foot thing. You just
Mhm.
and you put this thing on your shoe.
Yeah.
When I first saw that video, I was like, dude, I'm not letting my daughter step foot on that.
It
sticky
became
cat
no,
shit.
it became a thing when Kendall played travel, and these girls brought it, and I had never seen it before, and I didn't let Kendall do it, and she still doesn't do it to this day. There random girls will get on, they'll pull the little plastic off, and they'll do their little thing. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. Like, what is that one?
Clearly, it's not doing you any good.
Yeah, like what?
If your daughter or son plays hard and runs hard, why would you want them to stop?
Yeah, and I get it.
It's like a car accident.
We all used to lick and wipe or whatever.
I feel like that's the perfect thing.
Yeah.
right?
Fair.
Just it
Yeah,
gives you a little give.
But at no point did I get on an adhesive and transplant some chemical or whatever onto my shoe.
It's completely messed up.
Yeah.
It's clearly a problem. Nobody's recognizing it in the NBA or the NFL.
Right.
Which you get the cleats and you get all this stuff and whatever. Some point, somebody's going to recognize it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to launch this. Everybody needs to get behind it. Look at it like common sense.
Yeah.
The ACL tear's got to come to an end.
It
We
got
just
to.
want to watch sports.
Yes.
All right. We just want to watch sports. Okay. We're sick of ACL tears and knees blowing out. We just want to watch sports,
Yeah.
guys. Just give a little bit of give.
Yeah.
We're human beings.
First
It's
and
like,
10 pumps
we're
coming your
human
way.
beings.
It's coming.
We don't want these guys just getting in car accidents because that's technically what we're trying to do to them.
Absolutely.
Instant stops.
Yeah.
Like, come on. These guys are going 40 miles an hour down the court. Whatever. That's a little exaggerated.
Yeah.
Come on.
We get your point.
We could do this all night. Thanks for tuning in. 1st and 10. Bringing in a. Hey, have you followed us? Have you followed us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook? Have you watched a full episode on
should.
YouTube or Spotify?
You should.
Better.
At 1st and 10 TIN. If you haven't, come and support us.
Yeah.
We're just a
Couple
couple
of dudes.
bros hanging out, trying to talk real sports around the nation. We're done with the ESPN. Just come and check
Garbage.
us out, man. Come check us out. Peace.